This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Visit the podcast page for show notes and links. Remember to like, share, and comment to help me grow. Henshin Inspection presents Going Ultra, episode 45. Try Together. I'm analyzing Ultraman Trigger episode 5, Akito's Promise, which originally aired August 21st, 2021, and the writer is credited as Toshizo Nemoto. The director is Masayoshi Takesue. Keep messing that one up. Anyway, jumping right into the negative, I have Deathdrago's Corruption, Yuna's Slap, and Runboldt Arrow. The Deathdrago's Corruption, I didn't quite understand why Deathdrago showed up. Well, I don't quite understand why Deathdrago went away 6 years ago after killing Akito's parents and having one of its antlers or horns knocked off by Shizuma in the Guts Falcon. Is it a prototype or is the actual Guts Falcon that Nanase pilots now? I'm not sure, but anyway. Yeah, it for some reason went under the sea after sort of being warded away, sort of, maybe, I don't think it was even really defeated, but anyway, it went away, and then it was powered up by Chimera, as near as I could tell. I guess she filled it with her passion. He got red eyes, and then he got bloodshot eyes, and then he came back up to the surface for more, but I didn't really like that. It didn't make sense to me. It seemed strange that she, like, corrupted this guy, and that escalated the problem when he had been on Earth 6 years before, causing trouble too. And like, they call him the first kaiju or the first monster, and I don't understand what that means. Is this supposed to be, I guess it's an alternate, universe or whatever, where kaiju just appeared 6 years ago, except for the fact that they do exist in the universe because you've got like the Martian one, Melbon or whatever, and they knew his name. So I don't know, is there a kaiju compendium or not? It's a little confusing, and that's besides the point, of just the thing about him being corrupted by Chimera that doesn't really make sense to me. But well, anyway, so that's why I'm bringing it up, because it doesn't make sense to me. Next thing is Yuna's Slap. I really dislike the fact that Yuna was able to slap Dargon, and that it seemed to hurt him, because I mean, the guy's tough as nails. It ain't hard to tell that he, can take a beating and keep going. So, I don't know. The moment was cool, but it was just kind of funny that she slapped him with her hand, and that it was able to work so effectively, I guess, because it seemed like it had some sort of effect, and it just, I don't know, it didn't jive with me very well. The, like, emotional effect, or the, like, that little moment at the end of the episode, that made sense, where it resonated with him, and it kind of dropped some hints for the audience about what's going to be going on. That was neat. I appreciated that, but the actual slap itself, it just felt weird. Like, she could have stood up to him and yelled him without having to slap him. That would have been just fine. And then the last thing is, I really didn't like the Runboldt Arrow at the end. Like, it's less the actual attack, and because he did an arrow attack with Skytype a couple episodes ago, or maybe it was the previous one before the 2 specials. But and I thought I thought Skytype was pretty cool, and even earlier some of his action zipping around and stuff was a lot of fun to watch. But just the way Kengo had like the epiphany to shoot the Runboldt Arrow, like, it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand, was it an arrow that like absorbed the energy from the kaiju? Was it an arrow that absorbed the energy from the kaiju in order to, formulate that especially powerful attack, or what? And if it was, then why not maybe hint at that a little better? Why not say something? And is he remembering the attack? I don't know, but it is, I don't know. It kind of left me cold, because he shot and then the fight was over, and it just didn't seem like the best. Even the fight was a little off for me towards the end there, so it just seemed very odd. And I was way more interested in it and invested in what was going on with Akito and Yuna being in danger from Dargon, or whatever the guy's name is. So that was kind of weird. Alright, that's enough of the negative. I'm going to move into the positive stuff. I've got Akito's sad music, Deathdrago's horn, Tesshin's eye, and flipping Evasion. So, while Akito was I think suspended, Yuna and Kengo were talking in the base, I guess on board the nurse to say, where the tablet is of the Martian tablet is of the three giants of darkness and Trigger and Yuzare. Anyway, they're talking there, and it's not the sad Trigger music that's played later. I'm pretty sure it's a different score, possibly unique to Akito Hijiri, but it was really good music, and I liked it a lot, so I had to point that out. And Deathdrago's horn getting knocked off by Shizuma in the flashback was a really cool detail. We get to see it fall and it land on a building or crush something or whatever, but he shot it off in the Guts Falcon, and then we see he only has one antler or one horn when he comes back this 6 years later, so that was a cool thing. And this Tesshin's eye, he makes note of, you know what, I can't remember that now, but he made an observation, and even though I can't remember it because apparently I'm lacking today, I thought it was really cool that the muscle-bound fighting guy is the one who made the observation, and he also wanted to be compassionate in a previous episode and wasn't just about destroying stuff and being a tough guy. Like, he wants to be fit and strong or whatever, but it almost seems like it's more about wholeness and balance than it is that he's just a meathead or something like that. So that's cool that he's got a textured, a nuanced character, and that one of his strengths seems to be clarity of vision, and I wonder how that's going to manifest throughout the rest of the show. And then lastly, flipping Evasion, when Deathdrago was putting out some beams when he had the red eyes. That's what Tesshin noticed, the red eyes from the corruption. That's what it was. Okay, so he's shooting out those beams from his eyes and stuff, and in order to evade it, your boy Trigger starts doing backflips and cartwheels and stuff to get away from him, and it looked really cool. So even though I found the fights overall lacking in this episode, I really did like that aspect of it, and yeah, that was good. Good stuff. So I have questions based on the episode. Did the Trigger part feel weak to you? Were you satisfied with the ending of that fight? Next question. Were you more invested in Akito's plot this episode? And then last thing, it is implied that Yuna isn't an entirely human being Yuzare or having Yuzare within her or whatever. Does that mean that Kengo is more than human as well? I'm going to give this episode a 3 out of 5. It's, better. There were good things about it. It's just there were weird things about it too that I didn't like. Some of the stuff with the Trigger side being weaker, and the his fight with Deathdrago being just kind of okay, was weird, and it was poorly balanced with Akito and Yuna's plot or side plot or whatever, which was really strong, and I really liked a lot about it. It's just I don't know if they could have found a way to cut out more of the stuff with Trigger, maybe it would have been more enjoyable, or if they had just balanced it all better, and yeah, I don't know what to say other than balanced it all better. It would have been a lot more enjoyable. So I'm just giving it a 3 out of 5. It's okay. There was good stuff in it, but some other things pulled it down for me. So as far as my questions, yeah, I definitely felt the Trigger aspect of the episode was weak. I loved all the stuff with Kengo going and trying to comfort Hijiri and give him the white rose and stuff, and it means a promise or whatever, and he promised Yuna, and then Yuna and him having their interactions and seeing into their past, but yeah, all that stuff was much better. The human stuff was way better than the kaiju stuff in this episode, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. It's just, again, if it were more balanced, it'd be better. And then yeah, I was definitely way more invested in Akito's plot, and I liked the line that Yuna says to him, that my father says we can both be the light, or you can be the light. Which feels very Kamen Rider build. Anyway, her point is that they can strive towards that goal, and they can do it together, and that's a big theme for this episode, I would say, and it might even be for the series going forward. We'll see. But I did like that, and the emphasis that was put on that. And then, yeah, I definitely think Kengo's more than human. I kind of conjectured in the first episode that maybe his mom was with an alien dude, or maybe he was... he's like a descendant of an alien mixed with a human from a long ago, which is why his hands glowed and he was able to activate the trigger thing on the moon, on Mars rather. So that's my answer. So I'd love to hear what your answers are to those questions as well. I do have a new design up. It's called Kaiju Logic. and I'll have to make sure to add. Well, there's a link to it already, actually. But yeah, I have to add the other link. Okay, so I have at the bottom of the show notes. There's going to be Kaiju Logic, the new design, and it's based on a meme. I'm like combining a meme with a pose that Deathdrago took in this episode. So I think it's funny. You might not, but check it out and let me know what you think. So thank you for your time and attention. I hope you enjoyed this. Check out my growing collections of analysis, art, and fiction. The bottom of the show notes might just feature design relevant to the topic at hand. Click around and find out. You can also visit mjmunoz.com/support to see my latest designs and more. I welcome all forms of critique to improve my craft, so don't hold back any comments you have for me. I leave you with peace and blessings. This is MJ, signing out.